Musicality Mondays, Litty Mondays, Litty Mondays. With Jazicality Mondays, Litty Mondays, Litty Mondays. I know you were looking for something, maybe you'll find it right here, baby.
A Make Your Own Trophy Records production. Hi everyone, welcome back to Musicality Mondays. I'm your host, Jazicality. Thank you so much if you're watching on the podcast platforms or if you're right here on the YouTube channel. Make sure you go check out everything Jazicality and Musicality Mondays. I do have a brand new single out called Positive. Make sure you go check that out. And don't forget to subscribe or follow if you're watching on Spotify. Today, we have a very special guest. He is a hip-hop artist and just a man of the people. We have Lewiee Blaze.
Hey, peace and love, Jazz. Thanks for having me. This is very comfy.
Absolutely,
Very
yeah.
comfy. I love the yellow, everything, the vines, yeah, this is beautiful.
That's the brand. You gotta keep the cheese going. That's how I started in 2018.
Absolutely.
So how you doing today?
Today, it's been a very long day already.
Okay.
I think we're about around 6:00 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going on 12 hours.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm feeling great.
That's
Spirits
good.
high. Not everything in my life is going as planned. However,
Okay.
I understand the plan from the one up above.
Oh yeah.
So I can't complain.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's a wonderful way to think about life when things are getting a little bit difficult and everything. So,
It's so important,
Yeah.
because it's so, we have free will. We're able to have our choices and live our consequences. But then sometimes stuff happens that's out of our control.
Yeah.
And instead of stressing ourselves or worrying about it and trying so hard to understand it,
Yeah.
sometimes we just gotta let it go and just not understand it and just let it flow and just let it happen. It's kind of like when you're crying.
Yeah.
Don't hold the tears back. Let them flow. Yeah.
Man, it's so awkward though in public. When you're not necessarily comfortable and you just gotta cry. I'll see you guys in a second. Okay. Let me go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom now. yeah. Anybody got
Yeah.
some napkins?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. When you have an emotion, just let it go, So I asked you this earlier, but you dropped a single today called "Say Less."
Yes, absolutely. Yes, check out Mash Out Mondays. Yeah, I've been dropping a single every Monday for this entire year. It was really just a personal goal for me to practice consistency,
Yeah.
to practice letting go of my emotional attachment to the art, and practice letting go of being worried about the results or the attention or how it would be received, and more so going back to the essence of when I first started creating music, and I would just create and drop it and release it to the world right away. So and all of that, I would say I'm halfway. We in June now, I'm halfway there. I'm very happy that I made the decision. It's I fell back in love with just creating the art, and I'm not too stressed out about the business side of what we do. Life, isn't necessarily easy or hard. It's just what we make it.
True.
Yeah.
So yeah, what would you say your favorite single, or do you have a favorite single out of all the ones that you've dropped so far in this year?
Say Less.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because it's the newest one that's released to the world.
True.
Out with the old and with the new. So we're very present today. Say Less.
Yeah.
I love that song. That's the easy answer, right? But if I was to really sit here and think, I'm not sure. That's so hard. It made me think about my grandmother, for example, and how she never had any favoritism amongst her children.
Absolutely.
She don't love one more than the other. They all get the equal amount of love and care. And that's how I feel about my music. No matter what genre it is,
Yeah.
no matter how left field, right field, whatever field it's in, I love them all the same. Yeah.
That's really awesome. Because when you record something and you feel it in that moment, each song has a different emotion that you vibe with when you go back to who you were when you created it. Like whether you were sad when you wrote it. If you're sad when you wrote it and you're sad in the moment, you can listen to it and be comforted by it. So I like that you said that. That's really cool. I think so I was listening to your stuff and I was liking No Love and I think it's You Got Me, I think.
Oh, You Got Me.
Yeah.
Hey, you did your research.
I was like
appreciate
looking
that.
through. I was like, I got to do my due diligence, you know what I'm saying?
No, that's respect. That's respect.
Yeah, those are really powerful. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
Both of those songs, I love those. Shout out to iHeartRadio, the Rap Lounge. They got No Love spinning on the radio right now.
wow.
A radio station based out of Brooklyn, New York.
There you go.
And it's on iHeart, so it's everywhere.
Yeah.
That's been beautiful. And You Got Me. That's like brand new. Shout out to Friday Beats, a really dope producer I linked up with. That's overseas, and he always sending me instrumentals just off the love. It's just everything. I love collaborating. I love making music. And that No Love song specifically really came from the heart. That was in a point of my time where I just felt like I wasn't receiving the love that I feel I deserved. And this is my experience as a black man in America, and we need each other as a people. And I just feel like, sometimes those of us that do provide and do protect and put our hearts on the line for our loved ones and our families, it doesn't get the, respect that it deserves. So that's why I say ain't no love for a real nigga. Mm-hmm.
True, absolutely. And when I was listening to that, I'm just like, oh, people need to hear this. A lot of black people feel that way, and like they deserve to be heard. We deserve to be heard. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I know, yeah.
In order to be heard, we have to be able to listen to each other.
That's true,
Right.
because there's a lot of competition that just clouds, being able to get community together.
Mm-hmm. And we could compete with each other, or we could complement each other.
I like the compliment, I
Yeah.
want to compliment each other. I want to be there for each other. Yeah. Especially in the world, how it is right now. It's better to find similarities and come together because of them and not be jealous because of them. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like a lot of times when we have things that we want, like for example, like if we both want a show, that's a similarity we have. Why is it bringing us apart instead of bringing us together? Like why can't we have both of us on the show or something like that? Like there are ways around the animosity that we have toward each other. So
Absolutely. And one thing that I think helps with that is if people really just continue to like know who they are, and understand their birthrights.
Yeah.
Us being powerful, valuable, lovable, important. Each and every one of us. Like even with us being artists and creators, like when people see us do our thing, we really inspire them, and lift their spirits. Like I've seen you perform, so I see the impact of what you do with the music.
Thank you.
With that, with our fan bases and people that spend their hard-earned money to come out and see us, it's kind of like a sense of idolization over artists and celebrities throughout history, and we got to really like rewrite that narrative and debunk that spirit of idolization.
Yes, 100%.
Yes, because we all are, human beings with the gift of creation.
Absolutely. And that's why I love this show. I think I probably say it every episode, but getting to meet people is so cool because there is that idolization and just like fear of just like going up to someone and being like, hey, I think you're so amazing, because it's so surface level, but getting to like talk to somebody and hear their story is so cool, because I'm like, hey, like, do you want to hang out? You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's so cool. It breaks barriers, and I just love this show. So
we need that, and that's why what we do is so beautiful, because when we tell our stories, we really put ourselves in a vulnerable position, and that opens it up for other people to be vulnerable. And
yes,
like I do that through the music, I do that through my community work and healing circles and all of that. And it's so important, and we have to hear each other's stories, and we got to be able to trust each other, to tell each other stories, so it's a process, right? It's piece by piece.
Absolutely.
We got to know who we are. We got to know where we come from, have a sense of like purpose and vision. Then we got to be able to like understand how to navigate and work together. And that comes from trusting each other, loving each other, coming together on common ground, and using our gifts of creation to continue to, nurture and heal this world. In my opinion, these are just thoughts, right?
I mean, I agree with them.
Right or wrong way,
right?
To do things. We all here figuring it out, but this is just how I feel inside.
But yeah, I've been doing a lot of healing and just looking within, and also challenging myself through my insecurities to just work with others. Because before I was like very insecure, and I'm still working through it, but to be able to reach out and talk to people was it was a weakness of mine. I couldn't do it. And so this is actually why I made the show. And so I've just been pushing myself, and the more I do it, the better I get. And now I'm like talking to people in their DMs, and like we're like kiki. I'm just I don't know. It's just I just love the healing process. I'm in it, and I'm loving it, and loving finding people who are also healing in the same way or different ways, and we just talk about that, you know.
Absolutely, that's beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank
I
you.
did not know that. Like when I first met you, you seemed pretty easy to talk to. You know,
It's like,
I wouldn't know that if you
it's
never shared
complicated.
it. You know, I wouldn't know it if you didn't share it. And look at you now, you got a whole podcast.
Thank
know,
you.
and have some amazing episodes. You know,
Thank
and
you.
I'm honored to be a part of that manifestation of you overcoming. You know, those what I call psychic pounds. You know,
Thank you. Yeah.
like these thoughts in our minds and the
Mhm.
stuff that weigh us down, or you know, belief systems or
Mhm.
recordings that play over and over, you know, that just aren't true.
Right.
You know, and all we have to do is, in my opinion, you know, take a deep breath and assess, you know,
Yeah.
you know, and just kind of come back to life and back to reality and realize that we are okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to speak, go speak. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, thank you for being on the show. You're someone I look up to, and so it's really nice to have you on the show, you know?
Yeah, no, same. You know, us artists, we gotta stay together. Thanks for using your platform to share, you know, with others. 'Cause I think
Absolutely.
that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's truly for both parties, because I'm just like, oh, this is awesome, man. Like, I just love all the conversations. So,
Absolutely.
so are you from here, Minnesota?
Yeah, I was like here, like this place. No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
literally.
This earth. I'm not sure if I'm really from here for
Well,
real. No, I'm
yeah.
just
No.
kidding.
I was willing to follow you. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, where are we
I'm
going?
still figuring that out. I was born in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Okay.
And raised in the Twin Cities, back and
Mhm.
forth all my life, Minneapolis and St. Paul.
Okay.
Graduated from St. Paul. My father was well known. He was a blues musician.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then I went to elementary schools in both cities, you know, so it's
wow.
like literally back and forth all my life. You know, majority of my years do go to the south side of Minneapolis though. Some people think I'm a north sider, some people think I'm a south sider. I say I'm on whichever side you remember me from. You know,
That's good.
Yeah.
Because then they can't,
Yeah.
say anything.
I don't like being put in a box.
Right.
Just my whole life, I've never been that one to be put in a box. And I'm
feel
not even
you.
making this up. Like, this is just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And people love to force you to pick a side.
Oh,
like,
God, yeah.
I was upset with Star Tribune because they
Oh.
put St. Paul musician. And it made me feel some type of way because I'm like, dang, I told them Twin Cities. And they just, because we did the interview in St. Paul,
Right. Oh.
I feel like that's why they did that.
Okay.
But he obviously didn't listen to everything that I said.
Oh.
So just for the record, listen next time, you reporters, when y'all doing stories on people, because small stuff like that creates an impact.
Yeah.
My Minneapolis people was like, oh, damn, you from St. Paul now?
No, for real.
it's
They change up on you. They're
Yeah,
just like, oh, okay. I mean, I guess
it's
that's
like,
fine. I
got
thought you
buck
were.
from the tribe. Like,
They're like,
oh,
don't.
you was Crip, and then the newspaper said you a blood. Like, what
Just
happened?
like, you went public. I'm sorry. Like, that's what you
Yeah.
said. I didn't say anything, actually. Thank you.
And I'm just the guy in the middle. Like, can we all just get along?
No, for real.
Like, can our red and our blue come together and create purple?
So,
Like, we need some purple rain, some purple
Purple
love
rain.
around this joint.
purple rain.
Dope. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sorry that happened.
Yeah.
They really should have just said Twin Cities.
It happens. Just don't stay constipated.
Oh my God. That's great. But yeah, it's so funny, like the different like battles that you get of like the different sides of Minneapolis and St. Paul. It's crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of similarities. It's a lot of
Mhm.
differences.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed to have experienced both cities in a lot of different spaces too. Like, I'm connected to a lot of different kinds of communities and cultures and lifestyles on both sides of the city. So I'm in tune with what's going on in the people. And what I would just say is that we all are battling the same struggle, and we cannot let a river come between us. We can't let a bridge come in between us. We
Yeah.
can't let racism come in between us. We can't let genderism come in between us. We can't let religion come in between us. We cannot allow things to come in between us anymore. You know, the only thing that should come in between us is the space, because we not like stuck together. We're not just stuck together, right? So but with space there's opportunity, and we shouldn't use that opportunity in that space to create more space and distance, but create more love and togetherness.
Absolutely.
So yeah, like Minneapolis and St. Paul, like I love both of those, cities. Just like back to my music, like the same amount of love. It's not one over the other. The people from there, all of that. Like I got memories everywhere, all over. Yeah.
That's beautiful. I like that because I don't like the whole separation thing either because it's kind of stressful. Like you breathe the same. Well, you bleed the same as me, so why. Do you know why that they're battling? I don't know what else to say.
People just love to do that. We're so attached to like our upbringing, I feel like. So like we connect our experiences to like our neighborhoods that we grew up in. And if we only grew up in one neighborhood, then that's what we repping. And that's we going out in this world is like, I am from here. And if we look at the music industry, for example, so many successful record labels that are doing their thing, they all grew up from the same neighborhood,
Yeah.
And they go out into the world and do great things together, right? TDE, Dreamville, Rockefeller, we can go on and on, and the Twin Cities, though, it's like Minneapolis and St. Paul comes together, and we still smaller than some of these major cities. So it's like, if we just looking at it from a geographical standpoint and from a population standpoint, if we talking numbers, we need each other, literally.
Like, literally.
Like, we literally need each other, and there's such a small percentage of, like, people of color here as well, melanated folks, right? And Minnesota is, like, very hard for those that look like us. They got some melanin in their skin. This is like a really, honestly, Minnesota, in my honest opinion, it's like one of those plantations that, like, on the outside it look all fun and dandy and beautiful, but when you actually go experience it and go live on it, it's like, damn, this is actually a plantation. Like, this is,
God.
and it's also ranked one of the highest as far as economics, being able to start businesses and have businesses, and it's a money state. You can make your money here, but life is way more than just money.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm envious of like other coasts and other areas because of the unity that they have that we don't have here. We really need that unity, and we need our elders and the ones that have cracked the code to a blueprint of success. We need them to reach back down and pass the torch and let us know how to do the same thing. And if they don't do that, then it's our duty to watch and learn and study,
Exactly.
But yeah.
Can you tell us more about what you're doing in the community? Because you're doing a lot. You're putting in that work, so.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, I'm just being used as a vessel, doing God's work. I'm a warrior of light.
Yeah.
I understand the darkness, and I use my light to get out of that, and I want to use my light to help others to get out of that. So that's like the broad answer, to be specific. I am an author as well. I wrote a mental health curriculum. The name of the book is Deconstruction Zone, Losing Your Psychic Pounds and Rebooting Who You Are. Wrote that with my goddad. Rest in peace to Ty Barnes.
Rest in peace.
Equity News Network. I'm the president of our company, Equity News Network. It's a media organization. We've successfully, helped impact, hundreds people in our communities through our programs, through providing job opportunities, through grant writing for other organizations. Just, a lot behind the scenes work as far as like building businesses and establishing some generational wealth. Creating pathways for the next generation, not just the next generation, but for people that need help figuring it out, working to be a part of the solution and being the change we want to see while still learning and failing forward and bumping our head and, needing help figuring it out ourselves, so it's just a living testimony, with what we done with our book. We successfully started a partnership with a nonprofit called The Link. And for 5 years now, we've been consistent with facilitating what is called the We Will Breathe program. It's a paid opportunity for young people to come together in an internship and self-reflect on their stories, heal from their trauma, but most importantly, view themselves from a talent-informed lens. And a portion of the program is a book club, but the other portion is experiencing different forms of art, going on adventures, and just trying new things. So, I that's what I'm most proud about, is being able to use my world and my universe to create a new world and a new multiverse, and it connects, and just it's something that's like would be here when I'm long gone, like when my name and my legacy and all that fade away, that can still be here.
That's amazing. I love what you said about, I don't know, did you say like seeing themselves in a talented way? What did you say? I love that.
Viewing ourselves from a talent-informed lens.
Yes, a talent-informed lens.
Yeah, that's the language we use in our book. Because in these spaces, in these nonprofit industries, in these programs, a lot of people come together with shared experiences, shared lived experiences that are usually traumatic based, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like trauma porn in a way, when we just sit around, we just talk about the bad, negative, sad, depressed stuff that we went through, and then there's no real like tools or like resources or solutions for
Very
that.
true,
We just
very
kind of get
true.
all that out and just be like, oh well, it'll be okay, and throw a little $25 gift card in a pocket, and think that's gonna do something. It's been a lot of that. I was a part of those conversations. I'm just being real.
Absolutely.
And I just use my experience to create something new, something a bit more impactful. So we unpack the trauma and we share our stories and our vulnerability with each other. However, we do the healing work of getting to the other side of our story. Because like Jesus and the disciples, they were fishing on one side of the boat and they weren't getting any fish. They weren't catching anything. They like, what's going on? And Jesus was like, how about we cast our net on the other side of the boat? So that's what we're doing right now. We casting our net on the other side of the boat. And so far, so good, because God is good all the time.
And all the time, he's good.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Because these are the kind of things I think about to myself, and you're doing something about it, and I love that about you. Because you're right. Just talking about your trauma. If you don't do something about it, you're going to be talking about it next week.
Ooh.
You're going to keep ruminating about it. And I love that you're just like, okay, but what do you want to do about it?
Yeah.
Just that's when it's just like, oh.
Yeah. That comes up in our book as well. In one of our chapters, we talk about our favorite words in the dictionary being now what.
Now what?
Now what? Like everything, And I think that's why I can be a little stubborn or a little like disrespectful at times. I remember like when I was struggling with getting to work on time, when I used to work a job, my supervisor would get in on me, get in my butt about not being on time. And I would sit there with like a now what attitude, like, all right, so what's about to do? Like, are you about to fire me, write me up? Like, because now you done wasted 20 more minutes complaining about me being 5 minutes late. So it's like you just took this 5 minutes and stretched it out to 25 minutes. Now we all 30 minutes late because you just had to repeat yourself for 20 minutes and come down on me from not coming in on time. And it's like, I'm working on it. Thank you for correcting me. But like, just don't overdo it. I feel like sometimes we just overdo it, and that's when it becomes repetitive.
Exactly.
It's like the same song. Just imagine listening to the same song for like a year straight.
I don't know about you.
If it was good.
But that's not good.
I mean, too much of anything is not good for
you.
That's my point. That's
but
all I'm saying.
I'm sorry.
Even too much of the sunshine isn't good for us. And I love the sun. Even too much goodness is not good enough for us. Like we need our guilty pleasures and our our other side,
to balance it out.
Balance it out, that's all I'm
saying. I completely agree.
Maybe I jumped off the ledge right there, but I don't know.
Might be a little bit, but not really, because you ever realize how things are like going pretty good, and then you think about it being good, and then something bad happens. That happens to me. So that's why I agree with you, because I'm just like, if it's not bad, something's about to happen.
Exactly.
And I know that's a negative way of thinking, but maybe it's realistic. I don't know. It just always happens. So, yeah.
You know the truth.
I do know the truth. Yeah.
I love that you dropped a song called Positive.
Thank you.
Like, we got to just stay positive.
Yeah.
All the time. That's what I believe in. And this world is full of balance. I just know I'm on that side of the spectrum.
Mm.
You know, like I'm an optimistic person. I don't like thinking about what could go wrong and stuff like that. And sometimes it probably bite me in the rear end, you know, and I don't anticipate or plan to fail,
Right.
you know, because I just want to put all my energy into succeeding. And it's a lot of people who plan to work around what might go wrong.
Yeah.
And I respect that. I just don't think like that.
I don't think like that.
You know,
I
we
don't
could
think
balance each other out maybe, because
Exactly,
those
yeah.
people, I mean, like, okay, you create that plan, and
Mm.
if it happens, you save the day. However, you know, if it doesn't happen,
Yeah.
then you just did all that work
For
and all that
nothing.
worrying for nothing. And I'm more of like, when a problem appears,
Mhm.
then deal with it face on
Yeah.
type deal. It's like just a warrior in a jungle and with no fear. And when something comes to like
Mhm.
challenge me, then that survival instinct kicks in and I'm ready. You know, on the spot. I don't need to plan. You know, to
Okay, maybe I do plan. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, no, I need to plan, I would say. But I was like,
Yeah.
it's natural. I feel like it's natural for me to be a problem solver.
That's really good.
Yeah.
You're
Don't
like,
plan for your problems. Just solve them when they occur.
I'm just trying to think. Am I the type of person, like, am I more like you, or am I more like the planner? You know what I mean? Like the problem, not the problem solver. You said, okay. Anyway, so
Yeah, what you saying, like planning and like anticipating for something to probably go wrong, or
I mean, I guess I always have like terrible thoughts, but I push them to the side and I just keep living life. I think that's where I am. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So
Like,
I guess
there.
that's why I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'm more like that.
And that's the balance, you know, because it's
Okay.
you know it's both and. But like you
Mhm.
said, we have to live.
Exactly.
And I feel like when we overthink, then we knock ourselves
Mhm.
out of that vibration of just living and just being. And we gotta
Yeah.
enjoy this life, because we only got one of these. Like,
Yes.
yeah, I get into it with people that like plan for chaos or just, what if this go wrong? I be like, get away from me, okay?
Don't talk to me.
Don't bring that in my bubble. Don't make me think about that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. I need to be more like that in here. I'm like that out here. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I wish I could worry less. But yeah, that's kind of what the song's about a little bit. It is like, it's uplifting, but it's also very honest about how you get to positivity. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
You gotta go through that negativity to like get to that positivity and
Right.
respect it and value it
Yeah.
and cherish it. You know, because some people born with a silver spoon in their mouth, they born into wealth and have businesses and companies and still end up becoming suicidal or becoming
Yep.
crackheads and, you know, the company off and no more money for the family
Oh.
business. No, I should have gave it to my nephew. You know, that type of
Yeah.
stuff. And then some people come from a lot of pain and a lot of hurt and don't know
Yeah.
anything about that. And when they get opportunity, they
Mm.
like, oh, I don't want to go back to my old lifestyle. And that's
Yeah.
where I'm at right now. Like, I don't want to go back to that old lifestyle. Like, I have to stay on this other side of the boat, this other side of the spectrum, this positivity, you know, because
Okay.
I went through the, you know, the darkness and the
Yes.
downward spiral emotions, and everything did go wrong.
Yeah.
I ain't planned for it to go wrong. It really did go wrong.
It just it's
You
having,
know?
you know.
So it's like, I don't want to think about that stuff. I don't want to think about
Yeah.
nothing going wrong. When it goes wrong, then it goes wrong.
Yeah.
All right? It was out of my
Mm.
control. But what
I mean,
is in my
truly.
control is my positive thinking,
True.
you know.
Yeah. You know,
I say.
Ashe.
I'm just speaking.
Tell me, what does Ashe mean? Because I heard it when I was at Orison Soul Sessions, but I'm just like, okay, that's something we say. Okay, what is it?
Yeah.
So, sure.
Yeah, Ashe is basically another word to, you know, just like affirm what was
Okay.
said in the space. You know, it's like a sign of validation, you know, kind of like an amen after a prayer.
Okay.
In a way, you know.
That's what I figured, you know,
Yeah.
but I was just like, well, I want to ask. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very peaceful space. I love that space. I like going there. I've been there just about 2-3 times.
Where?
Orison Soul Session, sorry.
Oh, Orison Soul
Yes,
Sessions.
yes.
Orison Soul Sessions.
Yeah.
Yes, I love their space.
It's
Yeah, I
so,
just
man.
told them I really love their events and the vibes
Yeah.
that they curate. Yeah, shout out to Orison Soul Sessions, and them powerful sisters and brothers over there that put
Yeah.
that great work on the band,
Yeah.
the host, the just the talent they bring out, the topics they discuss. Like, yeah, amazing.
Yeah, shout out to Lenora over there.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, Lenore Lane.
Yes.
Yeah, peace.
Yeah, she's doing something. They're doing something so amazing. And I don't know, it's just so life-giving and healing.
Yeah, speak truth, speak life.
Uh,
She always say that.
yeah.
That's needed. We need it.
Yeah, so I first met you on the One music festival, and you had this hair crown. How long did that take?
How long did that
But-
take?
But it looked amazing, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I would say I had to kill the nigga in me to become a king.
Oh my god.
So like, it took me years to get to that crown. The crown was already made for me. I just had to wear it.
Okay.
You know, and the actual hairstyle
Yeah.
was created by a woman named Angela, the owner of Crown Garden over at
Okay.
Blessed Salon. For my birthday, we was like brainstorming different ideas, and I was like, you know, we kind of thought the same thing at the
For
same
sure.
time. It was one of those
Wow.
like telepathic, you know, moments.
Yeah.
It's like, wear a crown type, you know. It's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah. So we look up different crowns and styles that existed. She was like, oh, that's all whack. Well, like I was like, yeah, that's all whack. You right. And then I got kind of down. I'm like, dang, I can't get
Yeah.
no crown. And she was like, but I got an idea. And she just did it. You know, she a magician with
'Cause
that.
that
you
was
know,
amazing.
With that hairstyle. Yeah, that was amazing. I give all of that credit to Crown Garden. Seriously, I'm just the model.
The
you
model.
know.
Because
Yeah.
I was like, that's hard. That's awesome, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love the crown. Yep.
Yeah.
And then the reason why I don't wear it every day is because I got locks and I can't like thin out my hair. I gotta allow them to breathe and
Yeah.
thicken up, you know. But like, if I could, I would wear that every day. Like that crown is serious. Like it's
Yeah.
difficult to sleep. Like it's a
I bet.
it's a serious thing. Like when I'm out, I don't want nobody to touch it. You know, it's
oh
like,
my god. I
oh my
hate when people
goodness.
just touch.
yeah,
Whatever.
yeah. I really
why
be
would they
feeling
do that?
myself when I got that crown. When I got that
Right.
crown in, like leave me the alone. Oh,
Does it
really?
like heal your inner child a little bit?
Yes.
Yeah.
It does. It does. It really does.
Because it healed me a little bit. I'm just like, you know what? Fuck that you know? It was great.
Yeah.
And even your outfit that you had on, it was like green and red. I'll probably put a picture in here somewhere. But it was just, the complete look. I don't know.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I try to do what I do when I could do it. You know.
I love your energy. Your performance on stage was captivated by. It was great, you know?
Yeah. Thank you.
Very awesome.
Yeah, that was a beautiful event. Shout out to Niles, the Under One Festival.
Shout out.
Always got something going on. You
Oh
know,
my gosh, yeah.
always got something going on. So yeah, I'm grateful to be a part of that event. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. We both killed that too. Like that's I
Yes.
believe that's when I first saw you perform
Yeah.
as well. So it's like, dang, who is this lady?
Thank
You know? And are you from here as well?
No, I'm
Are
from
you-
Illinois.
From Illinois?
Or
Okay.
Chicago.
Chicago? You from Chicago?
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to Chicago. My mom's from Chicago. So
Oh, nice. Okay.
yeah, whole family over there, you know, so that's
Me too.
what's up. Absolutely. So yeah. So Chicago to Minnesota, you know, it's like it's a beautiful connection, a beautiful migration. And on top of that, just the Midwest period. Like where
Yeah.
we at, like creative wise, talent wise, like
Right?
come on, we got Prince out of Midwest. We got
Yeah.
Michael Jackson out of the Midwest, you know.
Gary, Indiana.
You know,
Okay.
Kanye West. I don't agree with everything that man says, but he
Oh.
still, you know, came out of the Midwest. You know,
Crestwood.
it's like
Crestwood, Illinois. I think that's where he's from.
yeah, exactly. Twister, you know, and just the entire city of Chicago. Chance the Rapper, and
Oh
you
my
know, we can go
God,
on and
yeah.
on. I ain't gonna list the drill rappers because I feel like they messed up hip hop and they
Oh.
messed up young black men's
Oh my
livelihood with the power of their words. But
Yeah.
you know, shout out to the ones that did create some wealth from that and
Yeah.
put their families in a better position and got out of there safe and sound.
Yeah.
And my heart goes out to all of the, you know, individuals that are, you know, really connected, you know, to just that life of survival
Yeah.
and constant needing to look over your shoulder, you know, because our communities, you know, get hit with mass incarceration and
Yes.
death at
Yeah.
such a rapid rate.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's just growing even more nowadays. Like they're creating these things called switches and, just all types of crazy stuff. And yeah, it really does make my heart heavy. And that's why we have to be intentional with our platforms as artists. And when we do
Right.
create music and we do go out into the world, leading by example to connect people together, because I feel like that's the purpose of the music. We relate to music no matter where we from, what we look like, all of that. Like, it's still weird for me to connect with some white people over music, but it feels good.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm just being real.
I'm
Like,
sorry. I wasn't ready.
I'm not prejudiced or racist
No,
or
I know.
anything, but I'd be
It was just
lying
the
to
way you said
myself
it.
if it, if I said it. Sometimes I was uncomfortable,
Right.
But then when we connect through like
Mhm.
music or something like that, then it just hit different. It's like, dang. Like all
That's
of that
beautiful.
stuff goes out the window. It's like
Yeah.
this guy looked at me and was like, "Hey, I love your shirt." And I was wearing my Guns N' Roses shirt. He like,
Oh
"What
my
you know
gosh.
about Guns N' Roses?" And
Yeah.
it was a funny way though. It wasn't him being funny.
So you like Guns N' Roses?
Oh yeah. Guns N'
Right.
Roses, Queen, Wild Cherry, like
Yeah.
the Beatles.
Mhm.
Let's see, the Rolling Stones.
Mm.
I don't really like Elvis too much.
Yeah,
I don't really like Elvis though. He don't really,
What
But
about Johnny Cash?
Johnny
sorry.
Cash,
Yeah.
Johnny Cash, Kenny G, Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
Like we can go on.
Yeah,
like,
there's some classic artists in there,
very, very classic.
Yeah.
Very. My favorite though, I feel like, is that Wild Cherry
Yeah.
that play that funky music. Like,
And that's funny as
oh
hell.
my, did they do their thing with that? I was like,
Yeah.
oh, these boys got soul.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was great. Do you think it's weird when white people listen to like rap or like, what do you think about that?
I would say I don't think it's weird. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
They actually listen to rap. I wouldn't say it's weird. I would say it's wonderful.
Okay.
Because we're not exposed to too many spaces together to where we can learn each other's story and learn
That's
more
true.
about each other. So they can listen to our story through our music,
Mhm.
and if they take the time out to listen to that, then maybe they can understand a little more. And I've seen stuff
Mm.
like that happen through music, and that's why music brings people together, right?
Yeah.
And that's beautiful because racism is unfortunately still a disease in
It
America.
is a disease.
And we have got to like kill that cancer.
Yeah.
We have got to, seriously. And I feel like music helps that. Music
Me
is
too.
a part of the cure.
Okay.
And I'm just so grateful to be a part of the cure. So I wouldn't say it's weird. I would say it's wonderful. What's weird is when the culture is exposed to like vulture like people.
Mhm.
People who just want to exploit or like take and take credit for
Okay.
or
okay.
capitalize
Yeah.
over, monopolize, like, and just take advantage
Yeah.
of the art.
Okay.
I would say that's when it's weird.
Okay.
But all skin folk, not kinfolk. You got blacks out here that's like take advantage of each other and all that. So
Very
back
true.
to that, like, it's not a racism thing. It's not a black or white.
Mhm.
Is the world is a colorful place.
Yeah.
It's really about character,
Mm.
and morals and values, and we need people that value humanity and value society and value nature,
Yeah.
and not people that only value, money and pride and ego.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You said you like grew up with music, but when did you first get into rap specifically, or was it always rap?
Okay, that's a good question.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I got into rap, I would say maybe around the years of, let's say, like 2012,
Okay.
2013. Yeah. My first introduction to music was the drums. I
That's
started
right.
off playing the
Okay.
drums. And then my dad and my mom separated, so I was disconnected from that live music lifestyle.
Okay.
Playing the drums, working on my craft, I was disconnected from that.
Okay.
Mom's was taking care of us by herself, doing the best she could, and she ain't had the resources to get me a, drum set or the stuff that I grew up with.
Okay.
So, but what Mama did do is introduce me to hip hop
Yeah.
and put some Tupac in my life,
There you
and
go.
some Snoop Dogg, and
Yeah.
some R&B, some
Mhm.
TLC,
Yeah.
some Aaliyah, Some Missy Elliott,
Oh my god, I love her.
Busta Rhymes, like
Yeah.
Twister. I could go on and on for real. Like that's what Mama did for me, and that truly has became the greatest gift of all because now I've evolved into that same artist that my mom grew up loving, and
Yeah.
I know she's like proud of me and watching down. Just sometimes I wish she could really like be here in the physical
Yeah.
form to witness, what's going on right now. Cause like this is my lifestyle for real, and
Yeah.
like she always told me it would be. So
Wow.
like yes.
That's really special.
Yeah. So yeah, I started rapping. I was really honestly the first time ever me recording. I believe I was in like the 5th grade or 6th grade, going to either Bryn Mawr Elementary or Anwadden Middle School, and we was living on the north side. I was living over on 23rd and Aldrich, and I completed this like computer program. Like I was always like a little like computer genius tech guy, and I completed this computer program, and they let us like bring the computer home, and it was like the old school Mac with the booty on it type deal. Like it was like
That's crazy.
the little back, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I went to GarageBand. I taught myself how to make beats on GarageBand and
Okay.
started rapping and freestyling.
Yeah.
And we ain't had no microphone set up. We'd just spit right into the speaker right there,
Wow.
and it caught it. And
Wow.
we had tracks. We cut tracks at like 10 and 11 and 12 years old. We was
That's
doing the thing.
amazing.
You couldn't tell us nothing, But
Yeah, literally.
to grow up and go from that to where I'm at now, it's like, oh wow, like that's
Yeah.
so cute and hilarious, like
Yeah.
But that's where the spirit started. And then later on, I ended up at MTS High School, and they had the Digital Media Academy there, and they had a music studio. And I remember being in 8th grade, transitioning to 9th grade. We went on a little tour, and they asked us like, anybody want to get in the booth? And I was always the kid,
Yeah.
like if I felt confident that I could do it, I'm gonna go do it, So I was like, yeah, let me get in the booth and cut a song. I met my first producer ever, his name Young Gami now, but it was Chinky Eye at the time, and
Okay.
we linked up, and then he transferred to Studio 4 and told me like, yo, you got to come over here, man. This is
Oh.
amazing. And at the
Wow.
time I was a hooper though,
Oh,
so
okay.
I couldn't go. But then the Digital Media Academy was they lost their funding and they wasn't able to do it no more, and that kind of pushed me away from the school a little more. And I even like basketball wasn't strong enough to keep me out of the streets and keep me focused.
Okay.
So when I bumped my head, I ended up at Studio 4 to get back right, get
Okay.
back focused and on track. And hip hop, really like saved my life, I would say.
Wow.
So yeah, that's my like upbringing right there as far as like music, because it's always been there throughout my years of my life. Like I've always wrote and had verses and poems. Like it never went nowhere. All I needed was the access to a resource for me to
Absolutely.
really like dive in, perfect my craft, and
Yeah.
get it to my talent. And I thank all of my stepping stones throughout that way that provided that for me, and all the people that led me there. So
Yeah.
many different mentors and family members and people who told me like, you should do that, you should do that, like you got a gift,
Yeah.
go do it, kind of like
Yeah.
pushing me to jump in the pool. But I'm like, no, it might be cold, I don't
That's
know,
funny.
and then one day something just happened where I just get thrown in there. It's like it's time,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I love your story, man.
Yeah, we are storytellers, and
Yeah.
I'm grateful to be in a space to be comfortable with telling my story now. Like I realize that that's really needed,
Yeah.
just for my own healing, and it could possibly help, others heal, because
Absolutely.
when we share our story, you never know where that leads to. I know what my grandmother and my mother's storytelling has done for me in my life, and I know how I feel when I learn about other people's stories. And some of my favorite movies are like biographies, and
Right.
like on people's lives, like
Yeah.
8 Mile and that Eminem, like that, one of my favorite hip hop movies ever, and Get Rich or Die Trying by 50 Cent, like, so when we learn about a person and where they come from, and it's authentic and it's
Yeah.
real, and that's why I'm able to tell the story so easily and let it flow, because it's all real, it's all raw. And I've broken past the fear of not wanting to share my story, because the world told me your story doesn't matter. The world told me The world told me that you are gonna die by the age of 21. The world told me that my life was not valuable. The world told me I was a slave until I looked in the mirror and I saw a master staring at me. So I allowed that master to take control and decolonize the way that I think and rewire my brain and heal my soul. And now my soul is just allowing me to just shine my light into this world. And a part of that is, sharing that story, and shining a light on the darkness and the light though, like I
Yeah.
said, both sides of the story.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for listening.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you could have went to sleep on me while I was talking.
Could you imagine? I'm just like,
I know, right? I've done it
Never.
before. I'm sorry.
Wait, really?
Yeah. But if I do go to sleep, that means you ain't talking about shit. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Keep me entertained. I need my mind stimulated, okay?
Okay.
I got ADHD. I be on to
Oh,
the
really?
next day. You gotta stay focused here and not with no Adderall. They tried to give me Adderall to stay
Oh, okay.
focused. I've done pretty well without it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Seem
shout out.
locked in,
Yeah, shout out to anybody that need a little extra help with anything. I'm not
Shout
here to
out, for sure.
judge. Do your thing,
Chicken wing.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
made a
Oh.
lot of money off that. Them college students needed Adderall and stuff. It's like I
Oh,
get them
sure.
for free. It's all profit here. I don't need it. You can have it. Yeah,
That reminds me. That reminds me
play
of
too
the
much. I play too much.
No, you're good.
I'm just joking.
Oh, how old are you, by the way?
I'm 7'4".
I'm sorry,
No,
what?
I'm just kidding. I'm 27.
Okay.
I'm 27 years old. Yeah.
Did you just have a birthday, or are you gonna have a birthday?
Yeah, my birthday coming up later this year. In November.
Okay.
Yeah, I will be turning 28. My birthday. I'm obsessed with my birthday. I was born on 11/11 at 11:08.
Oh, okay. I think
Yeah.
I saw this before. Okay. At 11:08 p.m. or a.m.
A.M.
Okay.
in the morning. Yeah, so I like to get up early. Early bird gets the worm.
That's true.
Yeah, absolutely. Unless I'm in the studio all night, then either I gotta do a whole 24-hour whoop, or I'm gonna go get some rest. And I'm gonna be asleep while everybody else waking up.
I was like, I can't do 24 hours. I don't think I could do that. I don't think I have that in me. But,
I pulled a couple of them for sure.
Oh my
A
God.
handful of 24 hours.
How did you do that? How is that possible?
I listen to my body,
Okay,
and
that's true.
if my body ain't ready to go to sleep, hey, let's keep my mind stimulated. Like I said, find something to do.
Do you know Nucky?
Nucky, I love Nucky.
So,
Yes.
do you know that he's low-key obsessed with his birthday too, 7/21?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah,
because you
he's
guys
like
have that
that.
in common. I thought that's really cool, so I thought I would talk about that right now.
Yeah, he beat me to the punch. He got a whole album. He's really obsessed. I got it, but I ain't drop it yet.
Right.
Like his obsession is a little higher than mine. It's already there.
Hilarious. Like he will he's not on here too, but he will see the clock when it says 7:21, and he kept saying it like that. That's why I say it like that. 7:21. I'm just like, oh my
Exactly.
God, this is hilarious.
Yes.
So yeah.
Those numbers, I be feeling like we can communicate through them numbers. I mean, we do communicate through numbers.
That's true.
Like even with me being a businessman, right? And being in different spaces and different places, like you can articulate a vision with somebody through words and tell them, but they need to see something for the most part. We're more so visual learners. So like when they see the mathematics and the equations start to add up and equal up, then it starts to unlock those combinations in their mind. And it's like, oh, I got it. So yeah, I'm working on like communicating to people through like numbers and shapes and sizes and colors and stuff like that. And
In like all settings?
yeah, in all settings, all of them.
Could you give me an example?
Yeah. I am feeling no, I can't. I'm just talking.
I was like, really? What's he gonna do? That's freaking hilarious. I thought you were gonna say like two squares and they're like orange.
Right, like What color emotion are you feeling today?
Um, I will say green because when I'm happy, my eyes turn green.
And green is the color of the heart chakra.
It
And
is
how many letters is in the word love?
4.
4, right? So you got root, you got the solar plexus, the sacral chakra, then you got the heart chakra. You see 4. You see?
Absolutely not.
No,
I
no.
don't think I get it.
No,
I think that's really fun though. Like, you should definitely expand on that. That's pretty cool. You know?
I'm just kidding.
How many letters are in the word judiciary? Anyway, so I'm kidding, but that's so funny. I have a song called Boundaries. It's not out yet, but it has 11 letters in it, and I only know that because I was like, okay, so how am I gonna sing this? I'm gonna be like, and so it goes like BOUNDARIES, and it's just like I had to like syncopate it a little bit. I'm just like, okay, this will work.
Hey, that's fire. That's fire.
Thank
I like
you.
the way you said that too. Bouncing. Okay.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
So do you already have these singles like recorded, or do you like record them within the month that they're gonna drop?
It's a mix.
Okay,
Yeah.
very cool.
Majority of them are already recorded. I mean, I would say if you are gonna plan to drop a single every week, you want to be prepared. I know I was
Yeah.
talking earlier about not planning and just going with the flow, but like, sometimes we do plan
Yeah.
and prepare. Like, and really, it was just looking up and seeing the fruits of my labor throughout all my years of recording, and also like I don't know. I feel like a lot of artists we love to just hold on to our vote and be like, oh, I don't, I
100%.
don't, I don't want to share this until I get my big deal or until this or and it's
Yeah.
like, what if you dropping the music is the key to you
Right.
getting that deal?
Exactly.
Like, just what if? Like ain't nobody heard the music, so ain't nobody looking to sign you.
Right.
So it's
You
like,
keep it in the vault, and they're like, "Hello."
yeah, and then also too, it's like with business and everything, people be so fixated on finding your audience, your target audience, this and all of that. It's like I'm no longer looking for my audience, but I'm looking at my audience.
Okay.
See, as an artist, who is confident, who
Mhm.
knows they're gifted and talented, I
Mhm.
begin to doubt my potential
Mm.
based on not receiving the support I
Right.
felt like I deserved. But
Exactly.
I was ignorant. I was
Okay.
ungrateful for the support that I was getting.
That's true.
The ones that told me they believe in me,
Right.
those ones. And once I just rewired the way I thought about
Mhm.
it and just became more grateful,
Mhm.
it was like, let me look at my audience,
I mean,
the
that part.
ones
That part.
that are speaking life into me. Let me put my attention and my investment in them because they invested into me, and let me not
Right.
try to like get the attention of a bunch of people who don't give a about me and
That's
don't
so
care what I
true.
got going on for whatever their reasons is. It's all love. I ain't gotta be angry with those
Right.
people. Like I shout out to Brandon Tullock and the Poetic Roots and his
Shout out.
song A Fool's Gold. He
Yeah.
said something about like the artists tell you to sing a song and that same artist get mad when you don't sing along.
Yeah.
Like literally like that type of stuff,
That's a
right?
good music video.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that song. That's literally my favorite song right now. Like
Wow.
I've been having that on repeat.
Yeah,
I've been having
yeah.
that on repeat for sure. Going back to what we talked about earlier. But yeah, I just think it's important.
Yeah.
Just change the way we, looking at the picture. Step back, move to the
Yeah.
side, and look at it from a different perspective. That's
Yeah.
all. It's all about perspective. So I'm still growing. I'm still learning. I don't know it all. What I do know is that it feels better to be grateful than to feel doubt. Yeah.
I love that you said that because I'm going through the exact same thing and flipping the script a little bit because just to expand on what you said, you're the artist that you're supposed to be. You're not, and you're growing, but the people who appreciate you have always been there, and you might as well keep giving them what they came for because there must be somebody out there. I mean, more people who think the same way.
Come on now.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Ashe.
It's so important.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that with me doing Mash Out Mondays,
Mm.
I've been able to lean into that more and more, and I'm really seeing that now. It's like
Yeah.
maybe only 20 people reacted this week, but maybe 40 people react this week, and then
Mm-hmm.
30 this week, and then it's different type of songs, so it's different type of people that like
Mhm.
different type of music. So when I look back in like the past 6 months, all of these numbers add up, and
Okay.
now it's
Yeah.
like thousands of new followers on all platforms and more views. So like it all adds up. It might
Yeah.
be a little 100 here, 100 here, 100
Yeah.
here, but that all adds up to thousands. So it's just one of those things, and I really love the music. Like I don't do
Good.
this for views, and I don't do it for numbers. I don't do it for that. I was being told by other people that that's what I need to be doing,
Mm.
and if I'm not getting those numbers and those views, then I'm not a real artist. I'm not a real rapper, and they rewrote my narrative, and
Right.
I got caught in the loop, lost in the sauce, and I took my power back. I said, "F all y'all, F what you think. This is what I do. I was born to do this.
Yeah.
If you rock with me, you rock with me. If you don't,
Mhm.
then you in a hole. Just stay over there. That's all. It's all good. It's all love."
But I mean, for real, and I do sense this like newfound confidence. It doesn't sound arrogant. It sounds like I know who I am, and I'm gonna stay in that because before, people were taking punches at you for no reason.
You know?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I just this guy just took some like psychological punches at me not too long
Isn't that?
ago.
Oh, okay. I thought it was about your story earlier.
Yeah, with my status earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Okay. It
old
was
guy.
the old man.
Yeah, psychological punches. They're the old
Oh, I'm
rapper trying
sorry.
to give me advice and tell me a bunch of stuff that I already know or I already did. He giving me year 2 advice and I'm on year 9. I'm looking at him like, who do you think I am? Oh,
Oh.
but it's all good. But I'm
Mhm.
saying like he coming to me like he know me and like he got this
Oh, okay.
respect level for me. So it's like
Oh.
and then he like just slowly but surely diminishes
I was
that
gonna say
and
okay.
try to big dog me like, yeah, little homie, whoopty whoop. But
Whoop-de-whoop.
I'm looking at him like, man, right now I look like the big dog. If we talking about music, you know? So it's
I
just like
understand now.
respectfully stay in your place.
Mhm.
And also there's something that I don't like about giving advice when it wasn't asked for it too.
Unsolicited.
Like because I promise you, I shut up and listen. And when somebody is pouring water into my garden,
Right.
like I have humility. I know I don't know it all. Like I
Mhm.
know that. And I really believe that. I don't just
Yeah.
know it, I believe that.
And I see where you're coming from. I really do. Like, cause a lot of times, like, you'll hear someone say something that's like taboo or whatever, and but it's just like no, like when you go through it, you'll know exactly what. But yeah, yeah, when you come from a place of just like hearing negativity all the time, and someone tries to give you advice of something you've already been studying, it's a little, maddening. So I get it.
Yeah. And it's respectfully. Like
Right.
I would
Exactly.
say the best thing that I could have done in that situation is like keep it real.
Mhm.
Um, because I genuinely felt like he was wasting his time.
Oh, for sure.
And that means he was wasting my time.
Oh my god. Yeah.
You know?
No, I get
So
it.
it's like, all right, I let you speak long enough. I hear everything you saying. Please save your breath. Please. Let's talk about something else.
Where did he come from?
Oh my goodness, that's a long story.
Okay.
I was in the studio. This man popped up out of nowhere.
Oh.
He popped up out of nowhere. He used to work at that studio though, and yeah, just mutual connections and
Okay.
but I was supposed to be working with somebody
Mm.
when this guy came into the studio out of nowhere.
Great.
He made the homie I was collaborating with not want to work no more. He just said,
Aw.
"Oh
Oh
man,
yeah, no, that's
I know
terrible.
this guy finna talk our ear off." He was like, "I'm going to sleep,"
It's like, all right, see you guys
and
later.
left me up with him. I was
Aw.
like, okay, it's all love though. It's all love. Um, it's just and another thing that stirred me the wrong way is like he coming here, I'm sitting here writing and I'm in my
Mm.
zone. And he just get to talking. And it's like, dang, no respect for my space right now. And
Yeah.
it's okay though. Like, I'm listening to him. I'm like, okay. I'm the type of person I like to balance out the energy. I'm
Okay.
not gonna like force a situation to be the way I want it to be. Like if something is going on, I'm gonna let it flow. So it's like, okay, he just came in here and rudely interrupted, but
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
was
gonna
wrong.
snap out at him about it. I'ma just, listen to what he gotta say. And I'm listening, it sound like a bunch of bullshit. So eventually I told him like, hey, save the bullshit. Okay. All right. That's all that was. On
Yeah.
top of that, asking me, oh, let me hear the song. Then when I play it, he proceeds to talk over the song.
Oh
I
my.
was like,
Yeah. No. Okay. See, there's always
man,
a longer story than we
the
know. So.
same guy was in my in my girls like inboxing stuff, when
The
I was
same
with
day?
her and everything. Not the same day. It's
Okay.
just the seen the name before, then
Mhm.
had the audacity to ask like, "Is that your woman?" Like, nigga, everybody knows she is. Nigga, I made plenty of posts just showing that,
Mhm. Yeah.
So it's little stuff, and
Just
I
like,
let all
yeah.
of this build up to like 45 minutes later when he begins to like insult me by trying to give me advice. Yeah, yes, it was an insult
I mean, yeah.
to get advice
Especially if
from,
you're in the studio, you're literally in your craft. Okay.
you know,
Yeah. That's a lot.
we all, what I like to say is that we all should have a formula that works for us,
Mhm.
and what worked for you may not work for me.
True.
But like that's okay because only you know what works out for you, and what I do know is that if we can work together or we can support each other, or I could add to what you got going on, you can add to what
Yeah.
got going on. And now we talking,
Right,
like that.
exactly.
Now it's
So it's like,
but
don't do
me
my way or the
coming
highway.
in
Yeah.
your world and telling you how to live and whoopty whoop what you need to wear and all of that, like
That's a
it's
lot. It's
crazy.
crazy. I
It's
mean,
crazy.
yeah.
Like in the artists, our like artists, we have to trust our intuition and
Yeah.
we got to trust our gut and just know that like if you were really born to do this, then you by you doing this, you will be blessed from the source and from the creator because God gave us this gift. And I feel like when you don't use the gift, then that is a curse. Like that's when the gift becomes a curse. But when you use the gift, that's when the gift becomes a blessing. And then
Yeah.
you're able to bless others and you will receive blessings from that. So like I just know I was born to do this and I know I'm using my gift and I don't need
Yeah.
nobody over coming in my world telling me how to use my gift, especially when they ain't doing nothing with their gift. That's all.
I mean, because it's just uncalled for. I'm just like, it's just, oh my God, it's so out of pocket. Like,
Yeah.
crazy stuff.
And I promise you I get advice all the time.
No, I
From
believe you.
like people
Like,
suggest stuff like I'm the type of person if I send you my song,
Mm.
like say I wanted to collab with you and I send you a song, and if you hated it, if you said that shit was weak, no, I can't do that. I would not dislike you for that. I'll be like, okay, let's see if we could turn this no to a yeah. What do we need to do to change it?
Yeah.
Like I just I graduated from taking things so personal, and I think that's made it easier for me to speak my mind to
Mm.
people. But I need to remember that like not everybody is at that level of not being able to take things personal. Not everybody
Ooh,
is at that level. So I do have to
true.
remember like before I speak something, do I need to say this? Do I need to say this right now? Am I the one that needs to say this? Um yeah, so yeah, I'm working. Give me
Absolutely.
grace. God continue to, bless me with the discernment I need to properly navigate these ego tripping niggas. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding, but
Yeah,
yeah.
little homie.
Yeah, little homie.
Little homie. I ain't nobody little homie, but God, I'm big dog out here.
Yes. But yeah, those are very important things to go over and to know about yourself and to be working on, you know? So I appreciate you sharing with that though. I mean, sharing that with us though.
Yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate you asking and bringing it up.
Yeah.
Great vent session. I needed that. I was supposed to go
Hey, what's up?
live today and speak on it, but
Oh.
I didn't just because there's so much going on in my life right now. So
Absolutely,
I
yeah.
didn't have the time to sit there and talk on live. But this felt good. This was a great
Good.
substitute for that. So like literally, this is very therapeutic for me to even speak on that
Good.
topic.
I'm
Some
glad to be here.
real
Yeah.
feelings.
Oh yeah, and I've been there. Sometimes you just gotta talk about it, and then you'll find other people who've been through the same thing, maybe something so similar. Oh my God. And just like it's nice to know that somebody can be on the same wavelength as you, just like be able to like let you speak your truth without being like, oh, you should have done that, da, da, da. And like I've had to work on myself to get to that place, like because sometimes people are just talking and like they need to get it out, and you don't need to be like, oh, you're giving it unsolicited advice. So it's nice to have this show and like to learn that, So
Absolutely. I say.
Ashay. What do you have coming up? Shows, music. Did you say? I'm sorry. Every week? I thought it was every month.
Every week.
Oh, that's crazy,
Yeah,
dude.
every week. Mash Out Mondays, where I drop a new single every single week.
Are you
Um,
using DistroKid?
yeah,
Okay.
DistroKid. I was using United
Oh,
Masters
okay.
for some time, but yeah, I'm strictly on DistroKid right now. I'm liking that a little better than United Masters. United Masters getting a little weird.
I've never heard of that
Um,
one, actually.
Oh yeah, I was just lazy. It was like some that like you can like post music straight from your phone type deal,
Okay,
and it
okay.
didn't require a lot of information. But honestly, like I prefer DistroKid,
For
and to
sure.
get myself on a computer and put the work in that is required to properly distribute the music. But
Very cool.
yeah. Every single Monday got Mash Out Mondays. Also I'm getting ready for a crazy like Juneteenth tour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, a crazy Juneteenth tour. I'm performing all over the cities, and I'm going out to Baltimore for some of my community work that I'm
Mm,
doing. It's gonna be great. I got some great opportunities coming up that I can't necessarily speak about right now, but when it's released to the world, it's most definitely gonna help break things into another stratosphere. So I'm just blessed and grateful to be able to do what I love, do what I'm good at, provide
Yeah.
what the world need, and get paid off it.
Good. Very good.
Get
Yeah.
paid for the love. As far as projects, music projects, being that I'm dropping a single every single week, I'm focused on that. But at the same time, I do have my one of one album
Yes.
that is available on Even. I released it last year on my birthday. I try to
Okay.
release something on my birthday all the time.
11,
And
11.
it has existed on Even since its creation.
Mm-hmm.
And the Even is a platform where you can buy the art directly from the artist.
Okay.
We're able to do direct to consumer, so the money goes to us. It's not no middleman
Oh, good.
DSP digital, service platforms that are taking a big chunk of what's rightfully ours. Because we
Right.
put a lot into this music now. Like
Yes.
that's one thing I want people to understand. Like as an artist with a real career, with intentionality, when you create an album,
Mhm.
like if you are not producing all the music yourself, if you're not like doing those things, right, you got to pay for the beats, you
Right.
sometimes you got to pay for samples to get clear, you got to pay for the cover art, you got to pay for the photo shoot, pay for the fashion, for the look, you got to just pay. It's a lot of expenses that go into these creations, so when we release it to the world, we really don't do it for the money. And as an
Mm.
artist is like navigating the spaces we are, like
Right.
we might dump like 5 to 6 thousand into an album and might not make that back,
Right. Like,
too soon, but I feel like Even has put me in a position to like take control of my music and
okay.
take more ownership of my business of
Mm-hmm.
music. And I had people that bought my album for $100.
Wow.
Like it was donation based. It was like
Yeah.
pay what you can.
Absolutely.
Because it's still priceless to me. It's hard for me to
Yeah.
even put a price or put a box on it. I said earlier, I'm trying to get away from the boxes and the
Yeah.
labels. And yeah, just pay what you can. And
Mm.
some people bought it for 3, some people bought it for 100, you know. So yeah, I'm very blessed for that platform. Shout out to them. That was great. The amount of money that I received off that right now, I would have needed like a crazy amount of like streams on
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh
Spotify and
my God.
iTunes in
Yeah.
order to make that same amount of money. So it's like I got the music to my audience, right? Because it's one of those things where people be scared because they like, oh, well, not too many people know about Even. Everybody know about Spotify and all this, and
Right.
that goes back to like not looking at your audience. Because
Yeah.
I really did this with intentionality to see who really rock with me like that. Like
Mm.
y'all all see me all the time, and we always performing, and we always doing
Right.
these things, and it's like, you know, when we sell like burgers or when we sell clothes or sell stuff
Yeah.
like that, people be quick to line up and buy it. But when we
Mm.
sell our music, people sometimes
Yeah.
people don't really appreciate that anymore. And I think it's because the music has been condensed into like these streaming platforms, so people don't
Yeah.
remember how good it felt to show up to a record store and buy the record and feel it and open it up and put it into the vinyl or put it into the boom box. Just all of that. They don't understand that no more. And even for me, it allowed me to see who still values the art to the level of where I'm willing to pay for this.
Okay.
And not even necessarily pay for the art, but just invest into you as a person.
Yeah.
Because, like, sometimes that's all it's about, too. Like,
Mm.
people ask all the time, how can I support? Well, I got an album up here, pay what you can.
Right,
That's how you can
exactly.
support. But then they just don't follow up with that. It's like, well, let me know how I can support next time I see them. It's like, I did not see your name on the, because that's another thing. It track your data too. That's
Oh,
another
wow.
thing artists got to do is like get our data
Mhm.
together and
Mhm.
build our, base. So like I'm also getting emails and numbers and
Yeah.
names and everything from people as well. So it's like it just works. It has a beautiful system to it. And
Wow,
then I'm gonna
wow.
still get ready to release it on all platforms, but it's gonna be for the outside world. So it's like my
Yeah.
inside world is
Oh,
like my Lewiee Blaze universe for real. The people who really rock with me,
yeah.
right? They get everything first. First come, first serve. They get all of that first. Get my undivided attention. When they need me, I'm gonna be there for them because they really invested into me. Then it releases to the outside world. So like my inside world is like, oh, y'all late.
Right,
We
literally.
already, we had this like a year ago. Like y'all just
That's
now catching
brilliant.
up.
I love that.
Yeah.
Wow, it's kind of futuristic, you know?
Cool. I like to think I live in the future.
There you go. I mean,
I'm working
Yeah.
on being present though, for real.
yeah.
But yes, we have to just create new ways, new pathways and continue to be innovative and futuristic. So thank you.
Yeah. Is there anything that I haven't touched on that you'd like to talk about?
I don't think so. This was a great conversation.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a great conversation. You asked me about a lot. Checked in on me, my story, asked what I got coming up.
All right. Awesome. All right. Thank you so much for being on the show. Make
Hey.
sure you go follow Lewiee at Lewiee Blaze, and it's LEWIEEBLAZE for the ones who are listening on Spotify and
Yes.
everywhere else. But yeah, thank you so much. This was so fun.
Thanks for having me. You
Yeah.
are amazing. Keep
Thank
on being
you.
amazing. Keep on shining your light in the world.
You too. You're amazing. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Musicality Mondays, Litty Mondays, Litty Mondays. With Jazicality Mondays, Litty Mondays, Litty Mondays. I know you were looking for something, maybe you'll find it right here, baby.
A Make Your Own Trophy Records production.
Ooh.